Today's session we are going to discuss about duration types in P6. Before jumping into duration types, we need to understand some basic concepts, particularly the time-work equation and how it works in project scheduling. The relationship between the length of time a resource spends on an activity and the amount of work performed by that resource is expressed through the following equation. Duration times units per time equals units. Note down the example given below and understand clearly. Although this equation looks simple, it is a very powerful concept that will be used extensively throughout this course and in our day-to-day planning activities. In P6, the time-work equation works differently for non-progressed activities and progressed activities. For a non-progressed activity, the relationship is original duration times budgeted units per time equals budgeted units. Since no work has started, Primavera uses the original duration and the planned resource assignment rate to calculate the total budgeted units. For a progressed activity, the relationship changes to remaining duration times remaining units per time equals remaining units. Once an activity has started, Primavera focuses on the remaining work. Therefore, any changes to the remaining duration or remaining units per time will directly affect the remaining units required to complete the activity. As we discussed earlier, there are 4 types of duration types available in P6. Fixed units per time. Fixed duration and units per time. Fixed units. Fixed duration and units. Each duration type controls how Primavera recalculates duration, resource units, and units per time whenever changes are made to the activity or resource assignments. These values are updated as the project progresses. Let's learn each one in detail. Fixed duration and units per time. It indicates that duration and units per time will not change, regardless of the number of resource assigned. Choose this duration type if you are planning activity in terms of calendar or schedule. Activity has fixed deadline. Review the table below for quick reference. Now, let's look at the P6 screen and understand how it works. When duration is changed, recalculate the units. When units per time is changed, recalculate the units. When units are changed, recalculate the unit per time. Fixed duration and units. It indicates that schedule is a limiting factor and remaining units should be constant. Choose this duration type if you are planning activity in terms of schedule dates and work effort. Activity has a mandatory finish date and you know total effort required to complete activity. Review the table below for quick reference. Now, we can go the P6 screen for demonstration. When duration is changed, recalculate the unit per time. When units per time is changed, recalculate the units. When units are changed, recalculate the unit per time. Fixed units per time. It indicates that resource availability is limited. Choose if planning activity according to the assigned resources and need to focus on resource availability and resource overallocation or underutilization. Review the table below. And we can move to P6 for the demonstration. When duration is changed, recalculate the unit. When units per time is changed, recalculate the duration. When units are changed, recalculate the duration. Fixed units. It indicates that work effort and costs are not subject to change. Choose this duration type if you are planning activity in terms of work effort or budget, and you are entering budgeted labor units rather than original duration. Review the table below and we can move to P6 for the demonstration. When duration is changed, recalculate the unit per time. When units per time is changed, recalculate the duration. When units are changed, recalculate the duration.